Hi guys, Russ here from Wilson Land and Cattle Company. Today we're planting winter cover crops on our lease property, and we did some videos of moving to the lease property and doing a little bit of grazing down here. This field that we're in here today, I planted it about approximately 10 days ago. And you can see here the winter rye's coming up. And there's a turnip, there's a radish, and there is a little baby Timothy plant. It's coming up relatively well. You can see it's nice and green. It's probably the best this has looked in, well, since we've started grazing it. This is our third year here, I guess, maybe our fourth, I can't remember. But I just wanted to go over some numbers on these cover crops with you today. We're also going to do some drone footage of me planting. We've got to plant 4 acres in the back part there, so we're going to do a little drone footage, so stick around to the end for that. With the cover crops, I wanted to go over some of the economics, and I'm going to include the cornfield that we grazed earlier on into this as well. We had a total of 15 acres that we planted, 3.5 acres of corn, 5 acres of, or actually 4.5 acres of sorghum Sudan grass, and here at the lease property we had 7 acres down here. In the corn we had 18 grazing days for 80 animal units. We had 20 grazing days for the cover crops at the home farm on that 4.5 acres. And for here we had 15 grazing days for the cover crops that we had planted down here. And these cover crops down here weren't that good because we were trying to plant get some permanent grasses and legumes established in here, and we're achieving that. This here's from earlier this year, got them guys started, so the numbers would have been a little bit higher if we would have planted a little bit thicker. Total cost for seed was approximately $500. Cost for fuel and maintenance on the tractor, $100, and that includes the maintenance on the drill. $612 for fertilizer, which we put on the cornfield, which was kind of expensive. $160 in labor. I had approximately 8 hours of planting time into doing this, for a total of $1,372. And those 15 acres, they yielded us 4,240 grazing days, which is 282 grazing days to the acre, which that is pretty close to what we're getting on our permanent forages, and that would have been a lot higher if we would have planted this thicker down here on our lease property, but we didn't. So, you know, we slacked a little bit there, but in the long run we're getting our permanent forages established. You know, the ultimate goal is not to plant anything. If we figure it out, what it figures out to is 32 cents a day per animal unit to take care of the animals. And I like to compare it to the cost of making hay or purchasing hay. If we're feeding purchased hay, it's costing us approximately $1 a day. We're a lot further ahead if we were to make hay or if we were to purchase hay. So we're happy with that. It really makes a huge difference. We graze our cover crops and our corn normally whenever the summertime slump is to hit here on the farm, which that allows our cool season grasses to continue to grow and keeps them from being stunted. Because if we graze our cool season grasses in August or September, whenever it's dry out, Now this year's been abnormally wet, but in most years, August and September is usually our dry months. And if we were to graze those cool season grasses in those dry months, we typically won't get back on them until the following spring. So grazing these warm season annuals during that summertime slump or during that dry period, and that's whenever these warm season annuals are at their peak growth and at their maximum tonnage. This allows us to extend our grazing season considerably throughout the year. Something for you to think about there. Okay guys, I'm gonna get the plant in here and we'll throw the drone up, and you can see we screwed a paddock up over here. I wasn't too concerned about screwing that up because I knew that we were going to come back in planting it, but you'll see where we screwed a paddock up, and we'll get her seated back. And Okay guys, we got her done. Please subscribe, like, comment, share with a friend, and hit that notification bell. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.